Hey beautiful yogis, welcome to Kirsten Nielsen Yoga. Today I have my beautiful mum assisting me teach you a slow flow practice. So it'll still be a fairly spicy, challenging practice, but we're just going to go a little bit slower so you can really feel into each pose. You won't need any props for this practice, just yourself and your yoga mat. And if you like the video and you want to be the first one to know of every new video that comes out, then please subscribe. So let's get started. So we'll start the practice standing today. So you choose whether you like the big toes to touch, slight space between the heels, or maybe it will feel better for your low back to keep the feet hips distance. Wherever you choose to be, start to lengthen up through the spine, lifting the heart a little higher as you soften the shoulder heads down, and then drawing the front ribs in. Press down into the heels more and imagine the sit bones moving down towards the heels. Now taking a big breath in, slow, smooth Ujjayi breath out. Pressing down into the feet, sweep the arms up overhead, take an inhale. Then interlacing the fingers and pressing the palms overhead as you exhale. Now hold here, take another big breath in, find more length through the spine. Now keeping the hip points forward, twist over towards the right on your breath out, like a corkscrew, so keeping the hips forwards. And back to center, inhale, twist over towards the left, exhale. Good, back to center, breath in, hands through prayer, forward fold, long breath out, knees nice and soft. Hands to shins, take a big inhale. Fold in long, exhale. Now here, interlacing the fingers at the base of the skull. So allowing the elbows to draw in towards one another. And if it feels better, if you had the feet together and you prefer feet hips distance, you can change the positioning of the feet. Just allowing the weight to move a little bit more forwards towards the toes as you feel that whole opening in the back chain of the body. Taking a smooth in-breath in, pressing down to the feet more, long breath out. One more inhale, smooth, steady exhale. And slowly releasing the fingertips down towards the mat. Either staying on the fingertips or hands to shins, take a big breath in, look forwards. Exhale, press into the big toes as you fold. And again, big breath in, more length, more space, ribs in, belly in. Fold in, long breath out. Now this time, take a halfway lift, inhale, sit bones back, heart forward. Step the right foot back as you exhale, big step. Come up onto the fingertips, take a breath in, look forwards, allowing the left hip to sink, but keep the right thigh bone lifted. Exhale, gently straightening out through the left leg, pull the left hip back. Left knee bends, wave it forwards, breath in. Slow. Press it back, long breath out. Left knee bends, wave it forwards, inhale. Right knee down to the mat, take your time, exhale. Sweep the arms up overhead, take a big breath in. Now right arm underneath the left, cross at the elbows on the breath out, working the palms together. Now maybe you stay here. If it's too much for the shoulders, hands on opposite shoulders. Pressing down into the front heel more. Lift the heart that little bit higher as you breathe in, but then keep the containment of the front body on the breath out. Pressing down into the ball of the back foot. So imagine like the energy moving you forwards and up. Another big inhale in. Gently releasing the hands down to the mat, long breath out. Tucking the back toes under if you haven't already. Picking the right thigh bone off the mat, inhale. Stay here, but heel toe the left foot out towards the left as you exhale. Place the left hand to the inside. And again, lower the left sit bone down, but keep the right thigh bone lifted. Take an inhale. Soften the elbows as you fold in. Get a little deeper into the hips as you exhale. Back up, straight arms, breath in. Soften the elbows, fold, breath out. Back up, straight arms, inhale. Plant the palms down, round the upper back as you exhale. Now hold, take a breath in. Slow and steady, step the left foot back, plank pose, breath out. Oof, well done. Stay, now grab the ground with the fingertips. Press back with the heels so you feel that the thigh bones squeeze up. Now not lowering the pelvis too low, keeping the pelvis fairly in line with the shoulders. Drag the hands to feet, feet to hands. Take a breath in, look forwards. Lower the knees down to the mat, breath out. Inhale, shift the shoulders forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower all the way to the belly. Release the tops of the feet. Slide the hands a little bit further back underneath the elbow tips. Now super slow, roll the shoulders, take a breath in, lift the heart, use the full inhale. Lower down, long exhale. Keep pressing down to the tops of the feet. And again, breath in, slowly rise. Exhale, lower. Now this time, bring the hands wider than the mat and come up onto the fingertips and track the elbows up. Good. Press down to the fingertips, roll the shoulders, take a breath in, lift the heart, head comes up last, slow. Exhale, lower down with control. And again, big breath in, peeling up. Feet keep pressing down, pubic bone down. Exhale to lower. Now this time, come up halfway, take a breath in. Bend your right elbow, send the gaze over the left shoulder on the breath out. Right elbow bends. Good. Back to center, inhale, look forwards. Switch it, bend the left elbow, gaze over right, exhale. Back to center, breath in. Lower all the way down to the mat, breath out. Hands either side of the chest. Tuck the toes under, inhale. Press the sit bones back to the heels. Think child's pose with the toes tucked under as you exhale. Take a moment here. Keep pressing the earth away with the palms, but keep hollowing out through the armpits. Take another in-breath. Slow, steady out-breath. Look forwards between the hands, breath in. Plank pose. Shift your shoulders forward, pick the knees off the mat, breath out. Stay, inhale. Soften the knees, downward facing dog, press back, exhale. Good. Bringing the feet out a little wider, think hips distance. Spreading the fingers as you press down into the index finger knuckle, pressing down to move the hips back. Smooth inhale. Long, steady exhale. Sending the gaze back to the feet. You can soften the knees as much as you need. Yes, that's it. Now we'll rise up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale. Look forwards as you exhale. Start to tiptoe all the way to the top of the mat. Slow, 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 slow. That's it. Big toes to touch, hands to shins or fingertips to mat, flat back, breathe in. Knees soft, forward fold, long breath out. Press into the feet, come back up to rise. Take a big inhale. Interlace the fingers as you press the palms overhead. Exhale, ribs in. Stay, breath in. Keep the hip points forward, twist to the left on the breath out. Yes. Back to center, inhale. Twisting over towards the right as you exhale. Back to center, breath in. Hands through prayer, forward fold, long breath out, steady. Halfway lift to lengthen, inhale. Slowly stepping the left foot back as you exhale. Deep bend into the front knee, look forwards, breath in, but keep the left thigh bone lifted even higher. Straightening out through the right leg as you press back, long breath out. Right knee bends, wave it forward, smooth inhale, use the full in-breath. Exhale, pressing back, long out-breath. Deep bend into the front knee, breath in. Lowering the left knee down to the mat, breath out. Press down to the front heel, sweep the arms up overhead, take a big inhale. Left arm underneath the right as you cross over at the elbows on the exhale. Working the palms together, pressing the forearms together. And again, with every breath in, lift your heart a little higher, even send the gaze up, still keeping the length through the low back. As you exhale, contain the front body. So draw the front ribs in and drag the right foot towards the left knee. Really hug in. One more smooth inhale. Hands down to the mat, long exhale. Picking the left knee off the mat, breath in. Heel toe the right foot out wider on the breath out. Right fingertips to the inside. Now keeping this right thigh bone lifted, look forwards, take an inhale, open through the collarbones. Soften the elbows as you fold in on the exhale. Back up, big breath in. Keep drawing this right hip back. Good. Soften the elbows, fold, breath out. Back up, inhale. Plant the palms down, round the upper back as you exhale. Now slowly stepping the right foot back, breath in, make it light, good. Plank pose on the breath out. Take an inhale, shift the weight forward, option to drop the knees. Chaturanga as you exhale. Option for cobra or upward facing dog, rolling over the feet, dragging hands to feet. Down dog, chin to chest, scoop everything in as you press back, long out breath. Inhale in. Soften the knees, smooth exhale. Bringing the feet, hips distance once again. That's it, really moving the sit bones back. Keep pressing down into the index finger knuckle, gaze back. Smooth inhale. Stay long exhale. Rising up onto the balls of the feet, breath in, round the upper back, look forwards on the breath out. Now making this even slower, tiptoe all the way back towards the top of the mat. Yes. Big toes to touch, hands to shins, big breath in, forward fold, long breath out. Now interlacing the fingers behind the back, working the palms together and sending the fists up towards the sky and making sure the sit bones start to move up towards the sky. So you can bend the knees as much as you need, shift the weight forwards towards the big toes. Take a big inhale, stay long exhale. Another breath in, smooth breath out. Inhale, gently releasing the fingertips down to the mat as you exhale. Good. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, long breath out. Deep bend into the knees, chair pose. Big inhale as you sweep the arms up but sink low with the hips on the exhale. Drawing the front ribs in, breathe in, lift the heart a little higher. Stay low with the hips, long breath out. Keep pressing down into the big toes as you roll the inner thighs in. Another smooth inhale. Forward fold, let it go, long exhale, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, hands to shins or fingertips to mat, breathe in. Forward fold, breath out. And again, halfway lift, inhale. Stepping the right foot back as you exhale. This time keep the knee off the mat. Start to drag the feet towards one another and rise up, crescent lunge. Take a big inhale. Crossing the right arm underneath the left as you exhale. Work the palms together. Soften into the back knee more. Hug the feet in towards one another. Take a big breath in. Start to reach the fingertips up, but keeping that length through the low back. Hold on the breath out. One more inhale. Keeping the bind, shift the torso forwards as you press back through the heel on the exhale. Hold, keep dragging the feet towards one another, take an in-breath. Releasing the bind, release the fingertips down to the mat on the out-breath. Extend your left arm up towards the sky, open twist, take a big breath in. Stay, keep pressing back through the right heel on the breath out. Big inhale, reaching up through the left fingertips a little bit more, twisting from the rib cage as you exhale. Last breath in. Left hand down to the mat, breath out. Pivot the right heel down, right heel down. That's it. Work the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Good. Now, if you have a block, you might like to place your left hand onto a block for a little bit more height. Right hand onto the right hip. Take a breath in, send the crown of the head forward as you hug the left hip in. Then turn the rib cage over towards the right on the breath out. Start to send your gaze maybe even over the right shoulder. Stay, keep pressing down to the back heel more. Keep squeezing up through the back knee. Either stay here, right hand to the hip, or sweeping the right arm towards the front of the room. Take a big inhale. Stay, keep spinning the little pinky finger in as you exhale. Find that energy line from the right heel all the way to the fingertips. Big breath in. Stay, long breath out. Press down to the feet, warrior two. Rise up strong with the legs. Big inhale. Stay steady, hold, long exhale. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and down the back. Sinking that little bit deeper, but making sure that you're working the muscles around the joint. Take another big breath in. Windmill the hands down to the mat, breath out. Stepping forward, stepping your right foot to meet the left, top of the mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, long breath out. Deep bend into the knees, chair pose, sweep the arms, big in breath. Stay, sink a little bit lower, long out breath. Weight back to the heels, heart lifts high, breath in. Stay, breath out. One more inhale. Hands down to the mat, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breath out. This time, halfway lift, big inhale. Left foot steps back, keep the left knee off the mat as you exhale. Hug the feet towards one another, super slow rise. Crescent lunge, take a big breath in. Good, left arm underneath the right. Take your time on the breath out. That's it. Working the palms together or hands on opposite shoulders. Start to work the fingertips up as you take an in-breath. Hug the feet towards one another. Hold on the out-breath. Softening into the back knee that little bit more. Keeping the length. Pressing that left hip point forwards. Stay, inhale. Torso shifts forward as you press back into the left heel. Lift the thigh bone up as you exhale. Stay, breath in. Hold, breath out. One more inhale. Fingertips down to the mat. Well done, exhale. Send the right arm up towards the sky. Big breath in. Open twist. Stay, keep hugging the feet together on the breath out. Keep reaching up through the right fingertips with every in-breath. Turning the rib cage, but keeping the pelvis really stable on the out breath. And again, big breath in. Stay, long breath out. One more inhale. Right hand down to the mat, exhale. Pivoting the left heel down. Place your right hand to the inside of the foot, whether it's on a block. If you prefer it on a block for a little bit more height, place the left hand onto the left hip. Keeping the right knee bent, press it against the upper arm, whether the hand is on a block or not. Keeping the crown of the head lengthening towards the front of the room, take an inhale. Turn the rib cage towards the left as you exhale. Maybe stay here with the left hand on the hip or send the left arm towards the front of the room. Big breath in, bicep alongside the ear. Hold on the breath out. Stay, big inhale, keep pressing down to the back heel. Hold, long exhale. One more in-breath. Warrior two, press down to the feet, rise up strong on the out-breath. Stay, breath in. Imagine like you're spreading the mat out wide with the feet, long breath out. Front ribs stay pulled in. Keep thinking nice long low back as you sink a little bit deeper into the front knee, but again, still work the muscles around the joint. Taking another in-breath. Windmill the hands down to the mat on the out-breath. Step it back lightly, slowly plank. Good. Option for knees down child or shift the weight forwards, breathe in. Chaturanga, slow breath out. Upward facing dog, roll through the feet, big inhale. Down dog, chin to chest, long exhale. Take an in-breath. Press the earth away, long out-breath. Start to lower the knees down towards the mat. Good. Walk the hands towards the knees. Take a seat, release the tops of the feet down, turn the palms up. Take a big breath in from the base all the way up to the crown. Let the energy settle, long, slow breath out. Another slow inhale in. Steady breath out. And then gently blinking open the eyes. We'll move the hips over to one side as we send the legs towards the front of the room. Coming into Uttanasana Konasana, so essentially straddle pose. We'll open the legs out wide. That's it. So adjust yourself. Let's turn, you can turn at a slight angle, mum. Beautiful. So here, if it feels like your pelvis is tilting you back, it kind of feels like you're rounding and going backwards, then maybe take a blanket, bring it underneath the sit bones, or maybe even sit on your block if you have one. Otherwise, bending the knees, bringing the legs a little bit closer in. Now, spreading the toes. Bring the fingertips behind you. So using the hands as your second spine to find that little bit more length. Take a big breath in, and then really send the energy out with the feet. Either staying here or bringing the fingertips in front, hinging at the hips as you fold in, but keeping the length through the low back. Big inhale, keeping the heart open, more length in the spine. Fold in, long exhale, maybe going that little bit deeper, but not going straight to your edge. Still finding some softness and ease here. Now, if your low back's feeling a little sore and you prefer to stay exactly as you are, stay. Or start to walk the fingertips over towards the right leg. Still keeping the length through the low back. Still keeping the energy through the feet, pressing out wide. You can stay here or left hand to the shin as you track the elbow out wide and fold in. Maybe stay here or right forearm to the inside, maybe left arm overhead. Keep pressing down into the left sit bone. Big breath in. Stay long breath out. One more inhale. Long exhale. Pressing down to the sit bones, start to come back up, big breath in. Those who are in the fold, straight down, you can stay. We'll take 3 more deep breaths. We'll go to the other side, walking the hands over towards the left. Either staying here or taking the right hand to the shin, tracking out wide, folding in. Big inhale. Long exhale, either staying here or left forearm to the inside of the left leg, right arm up, big in breath, pressing down into the right sit bone on the out breath. That's it, keeping the feet active. Last big breath in. Pressing down into the sit bones, slowly coming back up, releasing the right arm on the breath out. Hands underneath the knees, gently, slowly leaning the weight back as you draw the knees in. And then we'll come down onto our backs, so lying down on our backs, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Hands onto the shins and pressing the shins or drawing the shins in towards you. So essentially drawing the thigh bones in a little closer towards the chest, but then imagine like you're pressing the shins up towards the sky, like you're resisting the hands and pressing up. Keeping length through the low back. Take an inhale, open the knees out wide as you exhale. Either stay here or grab a hold of the outsides of the feet for a Nanda Balasana happy baby pose. Keeping the length through the neck, softening the shoulder heads down the back. Big inhale. Long exhale. Now closing the eyes. Breath into the belly. Smooth out breath. And again, big breath into the belly. Long breath out. Now I'll give you about a minute or so here to choose any other pose that you feel the body needs before stillness, whether it's a twist, whether it's halasana, legs overhead, any other pose before the body is still. So this is where you can get really intuitive with your practice. It's always really beautiful to have a guide, but really at the end of the day, you are your greatest teacher. So getting really in tune with what exactly it is that you need before you allow yourself to be fully, fully still. And when you feel ready, just taking your time, you'll move towards Savasana. Feet as wide as the mat, arms alongside the body. Taking a slow breath in from the base all the way up over the front of the heart, imagining the breath moving up towards the crown. And then out the mouth, long breath out. Letting go. Allowing the physical body to be soft. No more effort required in the physical body. You can start to move the attention in. Allowing yourself to be fully held here. Embracing each moment, embracing each breath. Nothing is rushed. You are here. You can stay in your Savasana for as long as you like. Thank you for practicing with me, yogis. Namaste.